It shows they'll pop up as green and it'll be
when people are on
streaming.
it, and then it'll. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then can you see comments?
Yeah, so Facebook always pops up first,
Mm-hmm.
and then YouTube takes a little bit longer, and then Twitch always comes up last. And then, and you can change whatever it's titled as. And then there's our chat that we will leave it on. And here we will transition. Ta-da! Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the show.
You're so cute.
I'm not alone.
You're not alone. You
So-
are not alone. What's a Michael Jackson song?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. We're in height order here.
Right?
It's
It's not very often
Stand up
I'm the
straight.
tallest person in the room. Yeah.
well, I am.
We are live. We are live.
Brinn needs to get her sea legs under her.
I'm Ariel. Get it now.
Okay. Yeah. And then this is OBS, and you can switch different things.
I'm obsessed with that.
It's really awesome. I started off with this live stream downstairs with my phone, just
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just my phone. And I would pop up and I would hit the button and then I would sit back down again. And I had my laptop here and I would kind of watch, but otherwise it was just the Facebook.
Yeah.
It's the phone. And then slowly my husband has, hey, we should get you this microphone.
Smart.
We should get you this. You should use this software. This is how you do this. We're going to get you better lighting. And slowly has built it up for me.
Oh, good
yeah.
husband.
Oh my God. So supportive.
That's what I told Brinn yesterday. I said, Jeff is Mel's dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because mine is the same way.
Oh,
you need
he
this.
hauls her.
And he'll start doing all the technology research.
Yes.
And then here, yeah.
Yes.
Which is so time consuming, and there's so much technology out there that you're like, what's right and what's going to be right for my space and my voice. So it's nice that you have significant
because
others
Lord knows
that
it'll
can
go
do that. Because I
with
don't.
me.
I have my dog.
Yeah.
It's not a priority for me. I just want to like do the thing.
Right.
And not worry about all of the technical bullshit. And he's like, no, let's worry about the technical bullshit.
Well, it's important, especially now. It's like, it's kind of like we think about sound and our shows, and like we can only be as good as we can if we have a good sound guy to make it translate to the audience. And so now with technology and people, getting their content in different ways now, it applies, and so I've been thinking a lot about that lately too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because of the other night, I was going, oh, not only do I have to worry about sound equipment for these shows, now I got to think about lighting.
Right.
We were going to have a stage that had
no lights.
The thing.
That was.
Oh, you didn't know that.
That was Friday night.
Lights would come on, and they came on out in the park, but not on the stage, and we're all sitting there in the dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and me going singing in the dark,
right?
So that was Friday night. Brinn and Alison and Sam Lighty and Melissa.
Balea. Yeah, Melissa Balea Rowe.
Yep. And
Rusty Jackson.
And it was Rusty was the other person.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yes, we did the songwriter event, and
Debbie is so nice.
oh my God, Debbie and Tom, thank you for coming out.
Messages
You left before I could say bye, but yes, yes.
Debbie.
Oh,
we love Debbie and Tom and Robert.
I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, when you watch this later on, you will see us all doing some music. We're really tightly grouped here.
Yes.
I don't know how this is going to work. We'll figure it out.
But
yeah, Friday night we did the big songwriters thing up at Majestic Park in Rathdrum, and it was amazing.
It was majestic.
It was majestic. And then Saturday, Snake Pit, fantastic. Always.
Snake Pit?
The Snake Pit. The Snake Pit is the oldest restaurant in Idaho.
No way.
It's the oldest, longest running, continually open restaurant in the Northwest Territory.
Wow.
I looked it up.
Snake?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called the Snake Pit because it was previously a whorehouse upstairs.
Oh, that's big out here, isn't it?
And
or like it was.
Well, not
huge.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
not American.
Was.
That you don't get caught. Okay.
Okay, so funny
That's a thing.
story. In the 90s, when all the white supremacist bullshit was going on out here, and the
Oh, I didn't know about
feds.
that either. They don't tell you about that in American
No, they
history.
don't. No, they don't. The feds came out here to deal with that, and they were staying in Wallace, and they show up in Wallace, and they're looking around. There's there's gambling and whorehouses still. Y'all know this has been illegal. These have been federal felonies for
Well,
decades
Oh my
now,
God, no way.
and they're just like, we don't care.
Oh my God.
town, and they were still very much a Western mining town. I mean,
Did they still
there's
mine?
yeah, they still mine up
Oh.
there. They still mine.
Not as much as
They're
they used to, but
Not
yeah,
as
there
much.
was.
they
That's
still have
what
an active
built.
mine.
That's what built the Silver Valley. It's called the Silver Valley.
Because it's
Just
for mining.
easy because of the silver.
Wow,
Silver,
interesting.
copper, all the things.
Yes.
So
That's cool.
yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
so the snake pit was a whorehouse.
that was the snake pit, and it's funny. The current owners are the first ones who actually used the title the snake pit. The
Oh.
snake pit was a nickname that the locals had for it because the women who worked there were apparently the snakes, and it was a den of iniquity, and so
Oh my God.
they would just call it the snake pit. But when Tom and his wife bought it, they decided to call it the snake pit, and that's the name.
That's
It was called
funny.
the Enaville Resort
It's a resort
previously.
over, right? Mm-hmm.
It was called. It's been called a lot of different things. We actually Saturday night, Tom like showed us some of the and talked to us about the history, and we asked him some
Oh,
questions.
that's fun.
Hang out a little bit. We would have stayed longer, but we had to rush home to get the barbecue ready for
Yeah.
the party yesterday.
Just
Oh my
Fabulous.
God, it was
Fabulous.
so good. I had a moment during sound check where I just sort of broke down a little bit and lost my composure because I was so moved by the fact that it was
there.
Happening.
all happening.
Yeah.
And yes, it was amazing.
Uh,
So thank you guys both for coming. Thank you
Yeah.
both for coming. I will have some video. I didn't do a damn thing last night when I got home except lie down on the couch and we watched some TV. Um, what were we watching? It was the new season of Only Murders in the Building,
Oh, is that
season
good? I've
3.
not seen
We
it
watched the
yet.
first 2 seasons. It's actually pretty good. It's goofy and silly and stupid,
Oh, that's fun.
and yeah,
Cool.
to completely implausible and unrealistic and very entertaining.
Mm.
So, Only Murders in the Building,
Good to know. I like
mocking these true crime podcasts and these things that people do. So,
I don't they have a lot of true crime podcasts that like actually are solving murders now?
supposedly,
Some of them, but
supposedly,
a couple
yes.
of them,
Yes.
That's the rumor. Yeah.
or are they just like being creative and adding fun ideas to the current mystery?
Little from column A, little from column B.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and again, technology that was only maybe accessible to law enforcement for research is now available to
Oh,
everybody.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
to do
'Cause the
research on
DNA
and
stuff.
on people and stuff.
Not so much the DNA research, but
Just names and being able to research and go through
Oh, so if you
all of
pay
that.
to like be a part of a certain like database or like how is
yeah,
that?
you can pay to get into databases
Yeah.
for access to databases, and you can just there's a whole lot of
That's interesting. I never
people
knew
are
that.
putting more stuff online
Right.
also,
That's
and
searchable.
when you look at police departments, they don't put emphasis on cold cases. They have an
Oh,
entire stack of cold
yeah.
cases,
Yeah.
and
So they
they're
put
not
them
looking at
online
that,
and
and so
They don't have the
people.
manpower to deal with
well,
it.
yeah.
It's a lot of it. It's just time consuming and stuff. And
Yeah, that
somebody
is
that's sitting out
time-consuming.
going,
They're too busy out, arresting people for being homeless and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so I'm sure there are some crimes that are being solved and figured out because people are paying attention to it. But yeah, the crime podcasting is a big thing, and this show is
Cool.
making fun of and
Yeah,
yeah,
talking about all that
people
world.
do that. Yeah,
That's so fun.
but it's a fun show. So
Cool.
that's all we did last night. I didn't edit any videos. We didn't even clean the kitchen. We just said to hell with it.
No one blames you.
Both of us, our feet were killing us. We were like, okay, so we'll deal with all of that. They're all tomorrow problems.
There
But
you go.
short story long, I will have some video for you in the next day or two that I will take some time and sit down and edit and do that for you guys so that you can see. Those of you who are out of town and didn't get to see the show. But it was amazing. I did everything off the old album and the new album and some
Yes.
stuff that I've written since then, and it was great. It's great. We had almost 70 people there.
Really? It seemed like more than that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it was a great show. And we're gonna make some music this morning. So Allison, would you mind grabbing my guitar off the wall there? Because I feel like I tucked myself in the corner.
Your music alter space.
This is oh, Roger, Retro Roger made me this lovely.
Oh my gosh, that's lovely.
Roger was there yesterday. He's curly hair, he had a cute
Roger.
hat and glasses.
This is stunning, Roger.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Wow.
this is the one you gave me. He gave me this
Queen
for
of
my
Honky Tonk
birthday.
Street.
Yes.
When was your birthday?
It's March.
Oh, March.
March 29th.
Oh,
And it was it
that's so
last
beautiful.
year, I think? And he asked me yesterday which one it was, and I was like, I don't
Oh, well, that was that one.
remember. Oh, whoops. I didn't turn the moon on.
Oh, look at the
Isn't that
moon.
cute? My
I
sister
might
gave
make
me
that
that.
for my new house.
Oh, you should get one. They're fantastic.
That's so cool.
All
And it
right.
actually looks like the moon too.
Yes. Yes, it's got all of the
It's got the cheese and
Mind
everything.
blown.
it's the cheese and everything.
Mind blown. That is so cool.
Yes,
Whoever did
yes.
that, you're smart.
It's
It's
amazing.
for my grandson. Because he's so into space
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, he draws astronauts and
Oh my
cats. He's just from the time he was 2. He would do chalk drawings of it, and they were like real looking robots and stuff. And he's not lost that intensity
Interesting.
about him.
Huh.
And
That's
he's
amazing.
7 now, and he's still
Loves them.
into robots and astronauts.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
My nephew calls it Mrs. Moon every night when he can see her. He's like, "Oh, can we go see Mrs. Moon?" I'm like, "Yes, we can."
Yes. Yes.
I like that
Brilliant.
you have Mrs. Moon here.
Yes, I do. And usually I have the stars, but the battery's died.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, my sister Aubrey gave me that for my birthday a couple years ago.
cool. Good job, Aubrey.
Yes. She's really good with gifts. What should I sing? I didn't make a set list.
Do you usually?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do the hat method? You could put some songs in a hat and pick them out.
I'd have to write them down first. That would take longer than I want to do. I like that idea. I should write
fun.
all of my songs on paper and then have it ready.
There you go. Yeah.
And then I could just sort of
Pull that
pull
out.
it out when I'm
I'm
want to
just a
do that.
child, so I like to make things fun by doing things like that.
I love that. I love that. I don't even remember what I've done lately and what I haven't done.
What do you feel inspired to sing?
Meh.
You're like, I sang it all yesterday. I left it on the floor.
I did. I left it all in the
I
field.
just like blew all the minds.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Here's what I didn't do yesterday.
Ooh.
No.
Nope.
I wrote the song last year at Under the Big Sky. Friday night, the name went out of my head. Really cool band played. Anyway, and I was inspired by a line in one of their songs, and I wrote a song. That kind of sounds like them, although you can't tell because it's just me.
But in your head, it's like it smells, but it's
It smells like them. It smells
You
like
gotta
a
look close.
music festival.
There you go. Yeah.
It's called Can't Hold You. Well, it's 6 in the morning. I reach for you. My hand hits the pillow and the tears break through. Well, I knew you were leaving, but I thought you might stay. Now I'd give anything for just one more day. And you're already up and gone, with a white line leading you on. There's too many miles of road still to see, and I can't hold you here with me. We were just like a picture our whole life in a frame. Thought someday I might get to take your name. Now the nights pass so slowly, here alone in the dark. I'm swallowed up by this pain in my heart. And you're already up and gone, with a white line leading you on. There's too many miles of road still to see, and I can't hold you here with me. Hang on.
There you go.
And you're already up and gone, with the white line leading you on. There's too many miles of still to see, and I can't hold you here. No, I can't hold you here with me. No, I can't hold you here with me. Thank you, Harry, for tuning in and also for letting me know. I was about, I think I was in the second verse and realized I wasn't playing with a pick, even though it was sitting right in front of me.
Oh, it said guitar. Is that coming through? Is that why?
Because I was just using my thumb and it was,
Oh,
yeah.
do you have? Oh, did you have the mic on?
Yep.
Ooh. I'm so jealous of your whistling abilities.
I know, and you know what's crazy is every time I hear
That's
her
what my whistle.
whistling and stuff because my dad was a whistler and he had a beautiful whistle and would just go on and on with it and everything. And so when I hear your beautiful whistle and everything, it reminds me of my dad.
Aw. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's a good
It's a
memory.
talent. It's a
literally,
it's a
I'm
talent.
like, that's the most I can whistle, and it's embarrassing. And I've tried. Like, my mom can whistle really well, and she's tried to teach me, and she's a music teacher, so you'd think that she'd be able to teach it to me. No, it's not. It's like if I'm really trying, it's like, it's so dumb. Um, well, I guess I'll play this song because I played it the other night. So I'm not from the Northwest, if you couldn't tell. I'm from the Middle East Coast. Um, and I missed my hometown a lot growing up, and so I think that influenced my music. Because when I'm just moved to Nashville, um, and we were talking about that, my co-writer and I, and he was like, "Well, tell him about your hometown," and so we did, and so this is Interstate Town. Thanks. I haven't recorded it, but I think it's definitely
Oh, you
be.
should.
Yeah, I think it's
Yes.
gonna be.
One should be recorded.
Yeah, I want to kind of Americana it up some. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still just like playing it out. And it's true story. I mean, I grew up, my mom was the choir director, and so my best friend Bobby and I would go and we'd sneak grape juice out of the back of communion cups and we would just pour it in and be like doing shots of grape juice because we're cool, you know. But I used to shoot juice from communion cups with my best friend Bobby in the choir loft. You can still find pieces of my high school art sitting in the village grill parking. My name's still on the town. The church bell rings right on the hour. There wasn't much to do. We did everything. Our fix it 50. Don't look, there's anything there. Oh, it's all there. If you just slow down, take a look. around, then you'll see it. So I can see it now. Oh, in the space and in space. And when Matt came home, the whole town was glad. Oh, we never thought we'd see his mama like that. You left her out like family. You grow up small, you love regret. I fix it, 50, don't look like there's anything there. Oh, but it's all there. And if you just slow down, take a look around, and you'll see it now. 'Cause I can see it now. Stay and it's stay. Time can stay. Time stretch of road will take you all the way up. Oh, but it's the same, all the same. That leads me home. Down off of exit 59. No, it don't look like there's anything there. Oh, there's moment if you just slow down. Look around. Don't see it now. I need it now. Stay and it's same time. And it's same time. So shoot great tunes for comes my best friend Bobby in the choir long. Thanks for letting me use your guitar. It sounds great.
Absolutely, anytime.
Fun.
Why don't you hang on to that for just a second and maybe talk a little bit about Nashville
Yeah.
because the sound is horrible,
Oh, okay.
apparently.
Oh,
Rusty
okay.
says it sounds like it's radio from 1924.
Oh,
Apparently, the guitar is not coming through.
this is your stealing voice. I'm sorry.
So it's like vocal. No. So I'm playing around with some of it.
Okay.
So talk for just a minute and we'll see.
Sure, yeah, if you figure it out. Yeah, Nashville, man, it's changed a whole lot. It's so fun though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's had so many incarnations since I moved there. It's like, especially after the pandemic, things have changed so much because everything is so virtual and people can like go and live where they want to. And by the families, they all left, and everybody's kind of going like, "Oh, you mean I don't have to be
And still
here?"
doing music. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's been interesting. I thought maybe I'd move and go. I know I love California, I love the West Coast. I thought maybe I'd come out here, and I still can, but
We got room.
yeah, I know. And maybe I can just travel out here more,
Yes.
yeah. It's just nice that I don't know, my college professor, he always said like, or says, he's still alive. He said like you must be present to win. And so I always think about that with Nashville, but lately I'm like, do you? Do you have to be? I think you have to be present in a certain way, but maybe intentional is the word now.
I think because the smaller communities, I mean, just look at the writers round thing that we did the other night, and you get there's all of these communities that are doing these, especially through the summers, the concert series and
Yeah.
stuff, and you can go to something like that. And like we had families and everything being able to come out and listen to live music and they don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to get a
Mhm.
really good concert. And it's so nice, for the towns that are stepping up and going, no, we're willing to pay the artist to come in and
Mhm.
play and do. And no, we're not making, Taylor Swift multi-millions of dollars, but we're still reaching people.
Yeah.
And I think if you grow regionally, and grow yourself organically, um, it'll come back to you. It really will. And I don't think you have to. And I think some of the most successful people that even came to Nashville maintained their footprint where they came from and what they were doing and playing and everything. And you get a big enough fan base. Because honestly, in a lot of ways, you're not going to create a fan base in Nashville.
You're not. And I tell people that all the
Really
time.
not.
I'm like,
You can create your music there,
yeah,
but you got to go out to the fans to
you
create your
do.
fan base.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I always call like downtown Nashville, like Broadway and stuff, like puppies in a window. You know,
Yeah.
but there with the intention of like I'm gonna like connect with people one on one, and so like my friend Kay is doing that, and like she posted like yesterday, she was like, man, I had like, you know, 30 people that now are messaging me on like Instagram that I'm having conversations with. That's great, you know, that's what you'd hope to do, but I think she's playing at like the earlier, you know, she's not playing 10 to 2. I think if you're playing 10 to 2, you're not gonna make those connections as well because they're drunk by the time they get in there. Like realistically,
Unless you're playing at 10 to 2 in the morning.
exactly.
10
So if you
a.m.
can
to-
do
yeah.
like a 7 to 10 or 6 to 10, man, you can make some really good relationships with people that are gonna then
'Cause you're
probably
getting
go,
people
hey, come
coming
back
in
to my
from-
hometown,
yeah.
right?
You're right.
You know,
Right.
so you get that a lot. So I think you just have to be smart about it and go like, what are my long-term goals?
Right.
Like, is
The
my
only
long-term
problem I
goal
have
to
with
do
like
that?
downtown on Broadway and everything, yeah, you're getting people interested in you, but they're interested in the covers that you're playing.
Yeah, that's why I think if you're
It's-
doing it earlier, you
yeah.
can mix in some originals
Yeah.
too, which is nice.
Yeah.
That's a good distinction.
Yeah. Okay, take your guitar back. That's yours.
Let's try it
Yours.
again. I've played with some of the inputs.
Rusty Jackson, you are so nice for being on this live stream right now. That's so kind.
Oh, my pick?
Oh, yeah, you need that.
Yes. Where did
Sorry,
I put
I'm a
it?
pick and
I
a capo
didn't.
stealer and a lighter stealer for those that have lighters. I steal lighters for some reason. I don't know. I don't smoke cigarettes. I just steal lighters. But I think I ADD play with them. And then I stick them in a pocket, and then I get home, and I'm like, I have your lighter. I don't know why. I'm a klepto.
There you go. How about Angels Can't Fly?
Oh wow.
Another
So we're
1,000 miles?
starting.
Yeah, no, we can do it. I just second verse. If I get hung up, somebody's gonna have to help me. No,
Just
we
just
can
re-sing
do
the
it.
second verse.
That's cool. Just sing the second verse over again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, there you go. That's the solution.
That's
Absolutely.
what I do. If I
No,
have
I
to.
can remember it once we start singing it. Yeah.
My friend Tim does that when he gets hung up on a verse and doesn't remember something.
Just redo
He'll
the
just
first
he'll redo another verse. He'll do the second verse first. He'll do the first verse a second
Yep.
time. He'll do whatever.
don't know.
I can't. I don't think that fast. Like it's very,
See, this is why I do blues, because if I get hung up, I can look at the guitars and go, just take a ride.
That's
just
true.
go for it. Yes.
Yeah, just take an Eric Clapton 10-minute ride, and then we'll come back.
We'll come
It'll
back
be
to it,
fine.
yeah. I'll figure it
and the
out.
audience
I'll look
is
it
good
up
with
on my
that, yeah.
phone in the meantime.
Yeah. Blues people are just as much into the instrumental as they are the
That's
lyrics.
very,
So,
very true.
Very true.
Yeah.
They're like rockers, Yeah. If
Yeah.
you can shred a guitar, you can
Yeah.
get where you need to go.
They're
Totally.
about the vibe. They're about the
Totally.
vibe.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Did I hope Rusty saying "ooh guitar"
Ooh, guitar. He
means
can hear
that it's
it.
back. There's a substantial delay
Yeah.
of like 5 or 10 seconds between the recording and the sending and then the coming back and all of the things. So hopefully
Can you hear it? Guitar is there.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah.
good tempo.
Yeah. Maybe a little slower. Tonight, she's drinking whiskey when she usually sips wine. Confession might be good for her soul. right. She could be a millionaire if she had penny. For every bad choice she tried not to make, but there aren't enough pennies to make up for that sweet life that she just threw away. Angels can fly when they're crying, and angels can sing when love's gone silent. Perfection's an illusion, standing on this earth. When you break your own heart, all you can do is hold on, hold on, hold on till you get past the hurt. He knows he's throwing stones at a mirror he broke years ago. Forgiveness is a hard path to follow when he's carrying some guilt of his own. He can leave her to believe he's never cheated, or let confession be good for her soul. Forgiveness is a hard path to follow when he's carrying some guilt of his own. Angels can fly when they're crying, and angels can sing when love's gone silent. Perfection's an illusion, standing on this earth. When you break your own heart, all you can do is hold on, hold on till you get past the hurt, till you get past the hurt, till you get past the hurt.
Yeah. Good song.
Nice.
So there, the second half of the second verse got repeated because my mind went totally. I
And you
have
did a
not
good
sung
job.
that song since we did it at the writers' round. What,
Couple months
months ago?
And I think you hadn't done it before that
Right,
in a long
in a
time.
while.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is that, I have this Americana album, Another 1,000 Miles, out,
It's
and
so
I
good.
don't get to play those songs very often because I do my blues thing with my blues band, and all
Right.
of those songs off of those albums get done, and I did those songs more when we were in Nashville, where I was
Right.
doing acoustic shows and sometimes with Goose Gossett and
Right.
everything, and I would do those songs a lot. But now I haven't sung them in a while, and so it's cool to be able to do them again. I love being able to do them again, because
Can
they
you
are
lose
neat
them
songs.
up?
Some of them,
Okay.
I don't know.
Right?
I remember writing that with Diana Kelly. It was funny, who is an amazing writer in her own right. She's very cool, and we were having lunch. I'd said, "Come over, we'll have lunch, we'll go write." And she said, "So what are you thinking about today?" And I looked at her and I said, "Angels can't fly when they're crying." And she was going, She put her fork down and said, "You can bring your salad if you want, but I'm going upstairs and
Oh,
grabbing my guitar." And we,
dang.
like within 20 minutes, we had that song.
That's the best. Kind
It
of
was
song.
it was just,
Yep.
came
That's
down to us
awesome.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
Misty
funny.
said, 1963, lab radio, 50,000 watts.
Yep. We're up from the 24,
That's good.
1924.
Yeah.
We're up to
We got
to
up to
the
60.
60s radio.
Hey, that's good radio.
yeah,
right.
It's good radio
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah, we'll
Indeed.
take it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sold. Yeah, and like we were saying earlier about the Jeff being a technical person, he helped me figure it out. And there's
Oh, he did? How did he do that?
Yes.
Virtually?
well, he sent me pictures of what I should be looking for.
Oh, amazing. That's
Windows.
nice.
He is. He absolutely is amazing.
What? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, he's like a roadie while he's working. He's like a little technical superhero.
Very much. I should get him a cape.
Yeah, he needs a cape. Every
I should
man
make
needs,
him a cape.
every man needs a cape. I fully believe that. Every man needs a cape.
Their Windows has a quote unquote enhancement, audio enhancement
Oh.
that it applies that doesn't actually always enhance.
I have a friend, so I do this breath work thing every Saturday. It's awesome, but it's virtual. And so when he's on Zoom, sometimes his like breath, his breathing out will be cut off, and he's like trying to show people. He's like breathe in, but like he'll go to do it, but then no sound will come off because it takes whatever the setting
Right,
is
right.
takes off the thing.
Yes.
And so yeah, we run
Yes.
into that all the time. I wonder if it's a Windows thing for him too.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
funny.
very
I'll
well
have to
be.
tell Sunny.
It's my turn again. I gotta decide what to play again.
That's a good vocal warm up. That feels good.
That's
Feels good.
The tongue roll thing.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. What should I play? What should I play? What song?
I can't think of the title of it, the one where you're saying, "You'll never hear from me." That's it.
Never gonna hear from me. All right.
Hey, she did know the title.
Yeah.
When in doubt, ask Mama.
Well, they say one road's gonna lead to another, and I think that one is just like the other. So you better listen when I tell you, brother, that I'm getting out of town. Don't care where this highway's leading, which state or city those signs are reading. All I know is my heart's still beating, even after you knocked it around. And you can say goodbye to my cute little ass. There sure were some good times there in our past. But I'm gonna tell you before you ask, you ain't gonna hear from me. And you can say goodbye to my cute little smile that everybody says they ain't seen in a while. Shaking at the crib that you put in my starting to see. I can guarantee that you're never gonna hear from me. Thought your love was the grandest thing, sitting around waiting on a diamond ring. One day I realized an awful thing, you were never gonna behave. These old tire tracks ain't gonna turn back. Loaded up as soon as I could pack. 'Cause my red lights fade into the black. You could just stand and wait. And you can say goodbye to my cute little ass. There sure were some good times there in our past. I'm gonna tell you before you ask, you ain't gonna hear from me. And you can say goodbye to my cute little smile that everybody says they ain't seen in a while. Taking out the cramp that you put in my style to see. I can guarantee that you're never gonna hear from me.
That's good.
There we are.
Was that a true story?
No,
Oh.
that is the first song that I wrote that had nothing to do with my life.
I love that.
Did not make me feel like Taylor Swift. Nothing to do with my life.
That's great.
Nothing at all. I was listening to a song by Dry Town that Miranda Lambert covered, and I forget who wrote it.
Oh.
But she's written quite a few songs that Miranda has cut. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So-
That's cool.
I forget her name. I should look her name up because I don't remember.
Huh.
But yeah. I was listening to that song and I was like,
Baron Morris?
I should.
No?
No. I should just write something that's really simple like that.
Yeah.
Just
No, it's good.
1,
It's
4,
really
5. I
catchy.
mean, I got to throw in the, that D minor.
No, it's real catchy.
Yeah, thank you. That was the idea.
Well, you did good.
Cute little catchy
And
song.
it was like sassy and just perfectly
Yeah, it's
sassy.
cute.
It's got my favorite line I've ever written in it.
Oh, really? What is that?
It's the it's on here on that D minor. The
Oh, I don't need it for this.
okay. I'm shaking at the cramp that you put in my step.
I love that line. That was such
I
a
felt
clever,
really good about that one.
Yeah, you're like, I'm a songwriter. I wrote this line.
I did
Like,
this.
That was like a songwriter moment because it's really well crafted. I guess I'll do
Thank
a
you.
song, but I didn't write about myself. Ooh. If I can remember the. A friend of mine, Nikki, she had, she's allowed me to tell the story, but she was living in New York, and so I'd go up to New York and I'd write with her, and so I was just sitting there, like, so just picking on the guitar, like, and she got the call, she was like, what? She came in with this, I mean, it still baffles me to this day. The guy that had just proposed to her when she was like in her shower, she had turned around and he was on one knee like outside the shower and was
Wow.
like, will you marry me? He's like, I just had to propose to you right now. It's this whole thing, like I just know, like I know, we'll figure it out, all this stuff. So we were in this like celebratory season with her, and this gentleman, not so much of a gentleman, but
Right.
anyway, she got a call that he actually had this like whole family life situation like in Boston. And she knew that he had kids up there, and she thought he had been divorced, because he would call her on the way to Boston and be like, I'm going to visit my kids, like, it's so hard leaving you, this whole thing, So she would talk to him on the phone to Boston, and so she was like, I'm just so stunned, like, the wife called her, and they had, like, a 6-month-old, not just, like, the older children. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, well, what do you, if we don't have to write right now if you don't want to, it's a lot to process. And she was like, no, maybe we could write about it. And I was like, another train to Boston. And like, it just kind of came out. And I was just like, man, how do you do this and encapsulate like the sadness, but the realness of the situation?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we wrote this song. Wow. It's called If I Were You. Yeah, I think this is the right key. Another train to Boston. I don't know how you do it. I'd be exhausted. It's the wrong key. I think it's up here. Another train to Boston. Yeah. I don't know how you do it, I'd be exhausted. And I can't talk you through it, to be honest. To be honest. How do you love me? With a full house at home, how do you love me? You've got everything I want. How do you love me? 'Cause if I were you, I'd have everything if I were you. I'd never leave and I would choose. I choose to stay, but I'm not you. No. When I was 20, then I lost it, and then I lost him too. So if I were you, I'd have everything if I were you. I'd never leave and I would choose. I choose to stay, but I'm not you, no. And how do you love me? How can you love me the way you do when they love you? So if I were you, I'd have everything if I were you. No, I never leave and I would choose. I wouldn't choose me, but I'm not you. No. Another train to Boston. I don't know how you do it, I'd be exhausted. I can't talk you through it, to be honest.
Damn.
We were like, we don't want to write a mean song. Like, she just wasn't in that. She
Yeah.
was still in like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
love spot
Yes.
and going like, as mad as I am, I'm just, if I was to have a conversation with you on the train, this is what I'd say, because she wasn't ready to be like, don't choose me yet, even though she did get to that point. But she
Right.
was still in the like, I thought I was engaged. Like, what? You know?
Yeah, no kidding.
So I was really grateful that she allowed me to like go there with her, because like even the second verse is a true story, and why, you know, she's at the point in her life where she
Wow.
like was ready to give to someone else and think that she could have like this thing, a similar future with it, but then now she was like, that was taken away from me and you have everything I thought. And I was like, just thank you for your vulnerability, because that was, I can't imagine
That
being
is
on
a
the
super
other side.
vulnerable song, yeah.
Yeah, and she
Oh.
allowed me to sing it, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikki girl. I love her. She's the best. She's awesome.
That is fabulous.
And then we wrote some like other fun songs after that. I don't even know how we did, but we did. I can't play them, but I can play that
Well,
one.
you get past the hurt and then you move on to anger.
Exactly.
And
That's
then-
what
and-
happened.
It's
Yeah.
it's
The
a
shock.
process, yeah. You go through the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go from why did you do this to me to I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
I'll meet you at the train and kill you. You know, it's like a crazy.
I'm gonna
gonna
yell
do
at
something.
you all the way to Boston.
And then I'm gonna take my ass train back to New York. Have fun with that.
What are you throwing at me now?
The only other thing that I have the chord sheet in front of me for.
There you go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh wow, I haven't
Alright.
heard this song in forever. Yeah.
Oh, I have not done this song for yeah.
In a couple months. So we
Whoop. That was my. I don't know if that was my foot. or if
Friday
that was a
night,
ghost.
Brinn and I were chatting, and I invited her to come and do the show. And then this morning, or maybe last night, I just sort of sprung it on Alison.
no, it was this
hey,
morning."
while you're here, yeah, this morning.
This morning.
Hey, while you're here, you want to do a couple? And she's just like, sure.
Sure.
If you
what
can
do we
play
do?
them.
Yeah, if you can play them.
So I'm woefully unprepared. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
No, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
People will just have to be forgiving because, like I said, that
You're very forgiving.
I haven't done this song since the songwriters round down in Coeur d'Alene 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So
You can
They're
do it.
forgiving of
Muscle
me,
yeah.
so
Muscle memory,
I'm
yeah.
sure they'll be forgiving of you too.
yeah, this song is crazy because it's so different than it's different than country, it's different than blues. It's something that was so out of the box, but I could have only written this with and she knows Ray Tarantino, who is this big, larger than life,
Larger than life
6'6" Italian guy.
He's
who's
incredible.
Like, I'm Ray. Yes, you are.
He will take up the whole house with his energy.
And
He's great.
we
I love
literally
Ray.
wrote this song like 10 minutes after we very first met for the first time and stuff. He says, we should go write. Okay. Yeah, and we wrote this song, and it was so totally different that it ended up becoming part of the build for the
Mm-hmm.
another 1,000 miles, and it's so much my life.
It
you know,
is. It
just
literally.
track up and
Yeah.
another 1,000 miles on my report card. It's kind of where my life has been.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get through it, or
You
I'll
can do it.
End it in the middle of it. It's okay, I'm done.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Um,
Lying in our bed at night, do you feel your breath in mine?
And
Great
y'all are
job
good.
for first thing in the
Oh
morning.
my
I
God,
know,
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say that's
"Sure."
a big one for no warm up.
I know, I
I'm
know.
impressed.
Me too.
It's
me too.
prettier. It's prettier on the album.
No, that was lovely.
So you should absolutely go check out Alison Joy Williams. She's got a bunch of stuff on Spotify and all the streaming services.
Yeah.
Brinn, you
Yeah,
have stuff
out there. Yeah.
Yes, so does Brinn. So look them up. I'm gonna do one more song and then we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I
And-
ask a selfish question? Are you an Indigo Girls fan?
I do love the Indigo.
Because like when I was listening to it yesterday, I was like, she likes Indigo Girls. I can tell because
I
like your
really-
lower resonance is so much like Amy Ray, and you don't hear that often. I was like, oh, she sang some Indigo Girls in her pastimes. Yes, I know. 'Cause I'm obsessed.
Okay, so let me tell you a little funny story. When I was when I was younger, I was like a soprano.
Yeah.
Like
Me too.
and like raging militant soprano.
Oh, like a really high.
Like my
interesting.
junior high, one of my choir directors was like, okay, so I need you over here. We're going to have you be an alto. And I lost my shit.
Because you were like, well, I gotta
I'm a
sing on
soprano! Just absolutely
You're like, I'm gonna sing.
unacceptable, woman.
Right?
No!
Yeah, no. I will only sing melody. Just kidding.
So I got into, not that because I love doing
I
harmonies.
know,
I just,
I know.
I
know,
do
it's
the
a
high
thing.
part.
It's a thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I got into college, and we had an artist in residence, and her name is Gwyneth Bean.
Okay.
And she sang with the Chicago Met.
Cool.
And she was amazing, and she was an alto. And I was having lessons with her, and she said something about, I should, I have this alto voice. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. I have a wide range, and I enjoy singing, but I really prefer to do the soprano. I prefer to sing the higher stuff. It's more fun. And she says, no, you don't understand. You have a resonance deeper in your range.
Yeah.
Most women who sing alto are actually mezzos.
Right.
And they don't
Yeah.
have the depth down there.
You're
And
right.
it switched my entire focus and my entire
Oh, it's
perspective
interesting.
on it. And suddenly it became a thing that was a special thing to do, not
is
just,
special.
it's cool that I can sing low. It's like, I have something really special down
It
here.
is special.
And now I've kind of lost the higher end.
No,
but
you
I have
still
this
got
down
'em.
here.
You still got them when you want to go up there. You can still go
Yeah,
up there.
I
Not as high as I
honestly
used to,
think-
but-
Well, yeah, but you don't need that in the secular music, Unless you're singing choral music.
Well,
Because
and the thing
people
of it
can't
is,
sing
is
along to that,
Yes, this
so
is true. This
it's
is
better
true.
if you're doing this kind of music. to do
And
that.
I sing with Chrissy, who has this gorgeous,
Yeah,
clear,
she's got a really
higher
cool
tone, and so
Yeah.
we blend really
No,
well together.
y'all
We put
blend
the two of us
so
together. It's
well.
so good.
It is. It's magical.
good.
It was very
really
magical
pretty.
to listen
But
to.
I think it's better to be an alto with a big high
I
with,
think
with
so
a
too.
range to be able to go up than it is to be a soprano and not have any bottom. Yeah, because it gives you
got bottom.
more.
Yay, David girls.
Yeah, well, it gives you more. It gives you more to be able to do.
As my friend and photographer Ford, he's like, that bottom girls make the world go round. You need some
Oh, yeah.
bass to that. He's like, turn up the bass. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I used to do Fat Bottom Girls with my band in Washington.
so fun.
that's awesome.
It's a good song.
It's a great song. It's a great song. I have a tradition of doing an obligatory Miranda Lambert tune
Oh, I
every
love
gig
that.
because there's so many of her songs in my set list.
Yeah.
But I have not found that people tend to sing along with or request any Miranda Lambert songs. So I have started transitioning into an obligatory Bonnie Raitt song.
there you
Oh,
go.
fun.
So I'm gonna do a Bonnie Raitt tune
I love
to
Bonnie
close out.
Do people request Bonnie Raitt?
Yeah.
Cool.
More than Miranda.
Interesting.
Not that I don't love Miranda, because I freaking love Miranda.
Miranda's
but
amazing, yeah.
Well-
I get a lot of Miranda requests.
Bonnie Raitt's iconic.
Yeah.
yes,
And I love
Yeah,
that she
she's so
just
good,
is
yeah.
having a comeback. It makes me happy.
I got to see her last year. We drove to Walla Walla and spent the night to go see her over there.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it was at like the low rent. Like all the other places that she was playing at were wineries and these fancy, No, we were at it was a converted driving range.
Cool.
And we're just chilling there with the
And there was a stage and
they built the stage.
Oh,
It didn't
wow.
exist
Okay.
already, but yeah, they built the stage in there, and we're just chilling in the driving range, and it
Think
was
about it, a driving
awesome.
range would be really cool because usually you're sitting up higher from where the range is,
That's
so you
smart
could
use
like
of driving range.
totally turn
Yeah,
the driving point
the
into
stage. The stage was
and
at the
then everybody
bottom,
has-
and
yeah.
here we are on the thing. It was
Amphitheater
really-
type thing. Awesome.
It was very
What
much
a
like an
good idea.
amphitheater.
Let's go hijack a golf course. Yeah.
Yes. So this is my favorite song off of her new album, and it was the first one she did, and it
Oh,
just
yay.
thrilled me right to the core because I love it. So it's called Made Up Mind. It starts out slow. Go ahead and go. Pretty soon the melody is like a rainstorm to a real symphony. But it starts out slow. It goes on and on for way too long. It always ends on a bad note, and if you dance at all, you dance alone. It goes on and on. Quiet behind the slamming door. Break of a heart that won't break no more. Getaway wheels in a straight line. Serenade of a made up mind. Here ain't no right, just wasted time. Moonlight spotlight shining down on a made up mind and a love gone wrong. There ain't no right, no. Quiet behind the slamming door. Break of a heart that won't break no more. Getaway wheels in a straight line. Serenade of a made up mind. Quiet behind the slamming door. Break of a heart that won't break no more. Getaway wheels in a straight line. Serenade of a made up mind. Moonlight spotlight shining down on a made up mind. Moonlight spotlight shining down on a made up mind and a love gone wrong. Alrighty.
Yeah.
That's the show, folks.
Rusty had an interesting point.
Yep, people love it when women sing low and men sing high.
Very true, Rusty.
Right?
Yep.
I gotta wipe this guitar down and sweat it all over it.
Well, it had a lot of use this weekend.
It did. It was out in the sun quite a bit. All right. Thank you, Brinn.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you, Alison.
It was so fun. Thanks, Northwest Idaho. That is so nice. Like, everyone's just, I told her, everybody's so kind.
Yes.
So, like, genuinely kind.
Yes. It's a wonderful place. It's
You
a
don't
wonderful
find
place.
that, especially in songwriter communities and stuff. Like, people can get very much like, this is mine. But here everyone's like, this is mine.
Yeah.
Take, you know, it's so lovely. So.
Yeah. We got welcomed in when we moved here, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, that went out to the NCMAs and just started shaking hands and meeting people. And then it took a little while, you know, once I started meeting people, it's just the community just opened the local music community was just like, here, come on in. There's more room at the table. There's more seats at the, you know,
we'll make
around the
a
fire.
seat. You know, it's
And
like it's
we'll
very
go get another seat to sit next to the fire.
Yeah.
And just welcome people in. And there's so many different styles and different people with their different ideas. You should come back again and visit
I would
again.
love to, yeah.
And we'll, you know, just like drive you around and
Yeah.
take you to
All
other
the
gigs
places,
and meet
yeah.
all the people. And I should send you. I need to send you the playlist
Okay.
that we put together for the Sam McHugh used to, during the pandemic. Sam and some of his friends, Sam Leidy, and he can tell you more about that when you write with him later. And Joey Anderson and Jeremiah Banks went into Sam McHugh's basement and started a live stream on like every other Thursday night. And the next thing you know, they had an audience, and next thing you know, it became a songwriters in the round.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But they called it the Speakeasy because they just got a keg and they hung out
Oh
when
my
everything
God,
else was
so
closed
fun.
down
Yeah.
and you couldn't go out.
Yeah.
They were hanging out in the basement. And the Speakeasy was for during the pandemic, like,
Yeah.
you know, people were
A
coming
safe
from
place.
Spokane
Oh my
and coming over,
gosh.
and we had just the vast breadth of styles that we had
I'm sure.
was amazing. And
cool.
yeah, a lot of friendships were fostered and relationships were fostered in that time, and it was in a very dark time. It was a very beautiful thing to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So
It would be cool to do something like that through the winter time when it's harder for people to get
Oh,
out.
that's true.
and
We
stuff
can
like
start
that.
doing it again.
Everybody's doing so much
We
during the
s-
summer, but during the things slow down during the winter
Yeah.
time, especially January, February time
Yeah.
frame and stuff. Would be a
Yeah.
great idea.
we started trading off. Jeff and I would host, and then Sam and Amanda would host, and we would trade off for a little while, and then as things got busy again, and we all started being able to play gigs, we ended up with 2 people showing up for the Speakeasy, and it wasn't happening anymore. But maybe it's time to bring the Speakeasy back. I don't know.
In the winter, yeah, who knows?
Do
Well,
a-
and even
over the
doing
winter.
something live like that. Again, it's songwriters rounds. I know that when we did the thing this last Friday night, the Rathdrum powers that be and everything were going, oh yeah, we definitely want to do this next year. And I said, I definitely want to grow it. And he said, we need to talk. So I think
People like that
Rathdrum would be a
format.
great place to be able to do almost like a songwriter. Because Coeur d'Alene used to have a songwriters festival. There used to
Oh,
be
really? They did
songwriters
at one
festivals going on up here more. There's a lot of concerts and outdoor concerts and outdoor music
Right.
festivals and everything, but there's very few songwriters festivals for people to really be able to get.
We have plenty of talent. We could just start it. We
That's
could
what I'm
just-
saying. Why I can just start Lyrics on the Lake
Yeah.
because I have a songwriters festival that I put together and started in Virginia, and it's called Lyrics on the Lake.
It's beautiful. I
And-
love that.
Yeah, and so we did it so we could like that, so then we can move it to any lake.
We could do it lyrics on the lake.
Coeur d'Alene. Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what was amazing
No,
about
and
the
you need to have
Lyrics
the
on the
community
Lake
for
thing,
it,
because what was amazing about Lyrics on the
That's
Lake too
beautiful.
is you had venues all around the lake, and there were several times that musicians had to get on people's boats because it was so
Yeah,
far
to
to,
go across
drive
the
around.
lake.
You did get on a boat with your guitars and everything, and we'd get taken across the lake to a venue
With
and
on
then
your
we'd play.
boat.
But it was great because people from different areas got to hear, and it was set up. What was it? Ran like Thursday through Sunday.
This Thursday, yeah. So I think in
Yeah.
the future though, just because of like it was a lot on the volunteers and the people that were
Yeah.
housing people to do the boats and driving
Sure.
them all around the lake. There's like 500 miles of shoreline on that lake, but to do it to where it's like Thursday, Saturday, maybe like or Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, but then do a day like Thursday or Friday
Where it's just
it's
in
like
one place,
a VIP situation or whatever, but do it at like one place, one stage, to where it's kind of like a Bonnaroo style,
Yeah.
but for songwriters.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's
love this
family
whole thing.
friendly. Yeah, we'll
But
talk
we
about
had-
it.
we
I have the
had
whole infrastructure. We
up-and-comers,
can
Yeah.
apply wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
we're going to talk about this and
Yeah.
maybe write some music.
Yeah.
Um,
Y'all have a good
thank
one.
you all very much
Yeah.
for tuning in. I appreciate you as always. Thank you everybody who came out yesterday. Everybody who is streaming my music online. Some of y'all, I said this yesterday, some of y'all have it on repeat.
Which is awesome.
Because the average play per person is like 7.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's
great.
awesome.
That's great.
So yeah, tell all your friends to stream my music, please, and stream their music too. And in the meantime, go out there, be excellent to each other, spread the love, not the virus, and remember that I love you. And I'll see you soon. Mwah.
Bye.